We're with Thomas Close, one of the seniors on the Eastern Connecticut men's basketball team. Eastern Warriors getting ready to open up their 20th season under head coach Bill Geithner. That'll be on November 10th. They'll be at nationally ranked Yeshiva University before coming home for the Eastern Connecticut tip-off tournament on November 12th and 13th. Tom, you guys have been practicing for about 3 weeks. Talk a little bit in general terms about how the preseason has gone.
We've been going for 3 weeks. The preseason's been smooth. We're working really hard, whether it's on the court, in the weight room. I'm really excited to see, how we're going to be because we've really been getting after it at practice, so I'm excited.
Well, you got a number of your players back from last year, but let's talk about last year, how absolutely crazy it was. Played only 9 games, and there was a chance you weren't going to play at all. How was the decision made that, yes, we are going to try and have a season when a lot of other teams canceled out?
Yeah, I remember when the girls' team decided, the women's team decided they weren't going to play. Coach Geithner had us on a Zoom call, and we said, are we gonna do this? And everyone was in, and it was right before January 1st when we were gonna start. So we were all excited to get after it. But yeah, it was definitely crazy with sometimes 2 weeks playing, and then the next 2 weeks we're at home. So it was a crazy year, but yeah.
You got through it. You had a real condensed season. I mean, you played something like 8 games in the span of less than 3 weeks.
Right.
Going into this year, does that limited schedule help you in any way? Would you rather have taken the year off and come back this year, or was there some benefits of playing together for that last limited year?
No, I definitely think there were benefits. Some of the new guys that came in, we got to experience playing on the actual court, not just practice like a live game. So I think that carries over to this year. And also just like relationships with guys. Like if we didn't, play at all and we didn't practice and we weren't together as much as we were, I don't think we would have the relationship and communication skills that we have now with some of these guys. So, I think overall it was always better to play than not to play.
What do you think is a strength of this year's team?
I think our strength is, we all want to be we're all together as a unit. We want to see other guys succeed, which I think is a big step. We're unselfish as a group. We all work hard. Those are huge strengths for us, and we also a lot of guys can shoot the ball. I think is a big part of our team this year. So, overall, I think it's good.
Well, what it was the last couple of years, you guys have not really had a lot of, you haven't been a big team.
Right.
Now this year you have Quentin Lott inside, but outside of that, you guys are going to play 4 guards again?
Yeah, Corey is at the 4.
Muckle?
Yeah. Corey Muckle's at the 4, and he's, as you guys know, he's a guard. So yeah, but he's 6'4", and he can rebound.
Yeah, right.
So we're not crazy small, and Max is a guard, but he's 6'3".
Max Lee.
Yeah, Max Lee 6'3", and Rakesh Tibby off the bench is 6'7", 6'8". So I think our starting lineup, we play 4 guards, but we're not as as small as we can rebound, we play hard, we're gritty. So I think it'll be good.
Well, you guys were 5-4 last year, and you lost by 1 point in the Little East semifinals. It was an abbreviated schedule, but still. And then you were ranked 6th in the preseason poll this year. Was that about where you figured you would be after last year?
So yeah, we all saw that we were ranked 6th, and we could just use that as motivation to keep working hard and not prove people wrong, but just show people how good we think we can be. We saw a couple teams that didn't play last year that got ranked higher than us, which is, like I said, just fuel to the fire. We just got to use it as motivation, keep working hard towards the season.
Well, I mean, you can probably take those polls and throw them in the trash because, for instance, our women's field hockey team was ranked 8th and they won the conference. So
right.
I guess you can use it as motivation, but that's about all you can use it for, right?
You're right, yeah.
Was there anything that you guys saw last year in your limited season that coming into this year you're saying we've got to get a little better at that?
Yeah, I think a big step we made is just making a play for another guy, just being more as a unit, unselfish. I think we made a big leap of that this year. You know, we're moving the ball. And that also goes with chemistry too. You know, I think a lot of us became really close over the off season, which I think has been the big improvement. But also, you know, defense, I think we're making a big step on too. We're really locked in as a group, and that's just going to continue to get better as the year goes on.
You guys had the home scrimmage against Coast Guard, which has been a pretty good team the last few years, and you guys held your own. I think it was like a 4 or 5 point difference. What did you see that you liked in that scrimmage?
I really liked just how we played as a team. You know, guys wanted to make plays for another teammate. I thought we played really hard. Like, we competed. You know, diving on loose balls, fighting for rebounds. And just guys wanting to be there, you know, people just excited to be back on the court again in front of fans. Like, a small crowd was there, but, you know, it's just good to be out in front of people again, so it's good.
Well, you'll be a starting off guard this year. You had a great high school career. You were a point guard in high school. You came in here. Has your role changed in college from high school? Yeah,
for sure. You know, I think the coaching staff has done a great job of like instilling confidence in me, and really I'm more of like a 3-point shooter now. You know, like all the guys know me as like a shooter. While in high school I was, you know, attacking the rim and I always had the ball in my hands. Now I'm coming off screens and shooting. So I think the biggest change has definitely just been the way I score, like, you know, how I look to score.
Would you rather be the kind of guard that attacks the rim? Are you comfortable with what you're doing now?
Yeah, honestly, I really I really like what I'm doing now, since we do have so many guys that are so good with the ball and so quick. You know, I feel like this is a better role for me with the team that I'm on now. And honestly, I'm one of those guys that's always about what's better for the team and how we can win. So, you know, whatever that is works for me.
They need a lot of those kind of players on the team. Tom, you had an interesting story how you ended up coming to Eastern. Talk about that.
Yeah, so when I was a kid, a good family friend of mine, Eric Germain, that works here, he used to, you know, say, hey, come watch because he's friends with Coach Geithner, and he would always say, hey, let's go watch a game tonight. And when I was in 5th, 6th grade, I would look up to these guys at Eastern like they're NBA players. So growing up, I wouldn't call it, like, more, it was more towards when I was younger, and I'd come watch it, and then I kind of Eastern's just always been in my head as I started to get recruited by other schools. And I just kind of knew I wanted to come here at the end of the day, just because, you know, I grew up coming here, and I knew Coach Geithner just from my family friend knowing him. So, yeah, it was kind of knew where I wanted to end up.
Well, you probably, even though you were young, you probably knew about the tradition that Coach Geithner put together with 20-win seasons and Little East championships. You came in as a freshman, you had another 20-win season, and then you guys stumbled a little bit the next year. Is a goal for this year's team, or for you personally, to get this program back to where it had been for so long?
Yeah, you know, I thought last year was a good step in that direction too, creating chemistry. But this year we really want to get back to where we were freshman year, which is ultimately in the LEC championship. So yeah, you know, Coach Geithner is leading us in the right direction. He's making us work every day, so we just got to put it all together.
Well, last question, Tom. You guys were 5-4 in the conference last year, for what that's worth. But talk about how difficult it is day in and day out to win in the Little East Conference.
Yeah, you know, the Little East we're loaded with talent. Every team, you can go down the roster. There's guys, you know, that arguably shouldn't be playing D3. You know, just all about where you came from. So yeah, you know, you got to compete every night. There's no off days. No matter who you're playing, they could have a losing record. They still come into your gym and beat you. You know, so I think that keeps us on our toes. And I've been trying to stress that. Me and Corey Muckle, I've been trying to stress that to the younger guys. You know, this conference is no joke. You know, we got to be able to compete every night.
So Eastern Connecticut hopes to start competing on Wednesday, November 10th. They're going to be at Yeshiva University, again, ranked number 2 in one of the preseason national polls. And then they'll come home for the Eastern Tip-Off Tournament. That'll be November 12th and 13th. They'll open up on Friday the 12th against St. Joseph's College of New York. The other first-round game is Mitchell College and Trinity, so the second round will be held on Saturday afternoon. Tom, thank you for your time, and good luck this year.
Thank you.